I played Little League Baseball, and I peaked at 8 years old. I was really good at 7 and 8, and then at 9 and 10, I just didn't grow as much, and so I went into some other business, and now I have the privilege and honor of being an owner of the Orioles. And, you know, I think all of you recognize that the Orioles are really important to Baltimore, because Baltimore lost the Colts at one point. They've had a lot of challenges over the years, and it's a city that depends on the Orioles for its happiness and its vitality more than any other city, I think, in America depends on its baseball team. And so you carry the hopes of so many people in Baltimore on your shoulders. People really look at you as heroes because they see in you what they want to see in themselves. Somebody that's going to have happiness, somebody that's going to do something great for the city, somebody that's going to give them happiness. And I think all of you should feel privileged to be able to do this, because it's not easy to be a Major League Baseball player. Obviously, most people who try to be a Major League Baseball player don't get there. You're among the few people who have gotten a chance to do that, and some of you will be on the team for quite some time, and we're very privileged to have you. I just hope when you're playing baseball for the Orioles, you realize that you carry the hopes and dreams of so many people, young kids, little kids, teenagers, adults, older people. People really look at you as their heroes. You're the role models. And I think you should feel privileged to be able to do this. And so I wish I had been a baseball player good enough to be able to be a role model, but I couldn't do that. And so I got into the different world, and now I'm trying to do something to help Baltimore by being an owner of the team and do my part. And so I hope you will do your part. The most famous sentence in the English language was written many years ago, and you'll hear about this sentence many times in the next year or so, because we get ready to celebrate the 250th anniversary of this country. Right as we were getting ready to begin the country, Thomas Jefferson wrote a sentence: "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they're endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." He never defined in the ensuing 50 years of his life what happiness meant. But presumably happiness is helping other people and making other people feel good. And as all of you know in your own personal lives, what makes you the happiest? When you're making your family, your spouse, your partner, your children happy. And that's going to give you the greatest happiness. And I think when you make Baltimore fans happy, you should be feeling happy about yourself. And so I hope all of you will realize that you are bringing happiness to Baltimore and bringing happiness to so many people in the state of Maryland and around the region, that it's a real civic opportunity and honor to do this. And I hope all of you feel every time you're playing that you're really doing something for not just yourself, but for other people. And I really want to make sure you realize that the owners, Mike Arrighetti and I and others who've invested in this team, want to make sure we do everything we can to make you able to create happiness for everybody else. We want to make it easy for you to be as successful as possible. Now, there are 30 teams, and only one is going to win the World Series. Only one. We haven't won one since 1983. 1983. Many of you were not born in 1983. We haven't won it since 1983, but we have a chance. We have the personnel, we have the management team, we have the back office, we've got the front office, we have the possibility. Now, it's a lot of luck to get to the World Series for sure, and sometimes bad things happen. But if you guys pull together, I have no doubt you can get there. You have the talent to be the World Series champion. You have the talent to be the best team in baseball. You just have to pull together. It's a team sport. It's not an individual sport. And I think you guys have the capability of doing it. And I really want to do everything I can, along with Mike Arrighetti and others, to make sure it's possible for you to win a World Series this year, and also for Baltimore to be celebrating this. And I'll just end with one thing. When I was a boy, there was a man who was elected President of the United States. His name was John Kennedy. And he was only 43 years old. 43 years old, elected President of the United States. Nobody was ever elected president that old, that young, I should say. And he was tragically killed on November 22nd, 1963. And he's a man who gave a lot of hope to people that they could grow up and do something great in this country. And he said famously, "Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country." And that inspired many people in my generation to want to give back to the country and help give back to the society. And he ended his speech by saying, this great inaugural address, "With a good conscience, your only sure reward with history the final judge of your deeds, let us go forth to lead the land we love, asking His blessing and His help, but knowing that here on earth, God's work must truly be our own. And I think what you guys are doing is God's work on earth. My view is winning the World Series for the Orioles is God's work on earth, and I hope you guys feel that way as well. And I hope you'll always feel that we have your back. We'll do everything we can to help you, and hopefully we'll see you all in the World Series. Thank you very much.